The orbital station's viewing deck offered an unobstructed panorama of the Kepler 44b colony below, its terraformed surface glittering with bioluminescent algae farms that pulsed in rhythmic waves across the northern hemisphere. Queen Lisa stood with her hands pressed against the transparent aluminum, her reflection ghostly against the planet's azure glow. "Your Majesty, the transport from Earth has docked." The aide's voice crackled through her neural implant. Lisa's jaw tightened. 23 years since the Exodus protocols had established humanity's first interstellar monarchy, a desperate, governmental structure designed to unite the scattered colony ships and still Earth, presumed to send advisors. She turned from the window, her ceremonial robes embedded with quantum state processors that shifted color with her mood, currently displaying deep crimson. "Send them to receiving Bay 7, I'll meet them there." But before she could move, small fingers tugged at her sleeve. Princess Arya, barely 7 years old, looked up with eyes that held an unsettling depth, a side effect of the prenatal genetic modifications all colonial children received to survive the higher radiation levels. "Mummy, can I come?" Lisa hesitated. The child had been having episodes again, speaking in mathematical sequences during her sleep, drawing complex stellar cartography that she shouldn't understand. The physicians blamed it on her enhanced neural pathways forming unexpected connections. "Stay with Nurse Yamaya, sweetheart." "But he's coming." Arya's voice dropped to a whisper. "The one from the numbers." A chill ran down Lisa's spine. For 3 generations, the Kasimov prophecy had been dismissed as pre-colonial superstition. The ravings of the generation ship's lead physicist before she died of cosmic ray exposure. She'd filled 73 datapads with equations that predicted a bridgewalker, someone who would either unite or destroy humanity's scattered colonies. The prophecy was nonsense. Mathematical mysticism born from radiation-induced dementia. It had to be. "Come along then," Lisa said, surprising herself. "But you stay close." Receiving Bay 7 smelled of recycled air and ozone. The Earth delegation consisted of 3 people in environmental suits. Earth's atmosphere was still recovering from the cascade, its oxygen levels too low for unassisted breathing. But one figure stood apart, his suit already removed, breathing the station's manufactured air as though he'd been born to it. Corey Davidson. The file had arrived weeks ago. Age 28. Astrophysicist specializing in quantum entanglement communications. Survivor of the Detroit biodome collapse. No family. No political affiliations. Unremarkably remarkable. He looked up as Lisa entered, and their eyes met across the bay. For a moment, just a fraction of a second, the station's lights flickered. The quantum processors in Lisa's robes sparked, briefly displaying a pattern she didn't recognize. "Your Majesty," Corey bowed, the gesture awkward. "I'm honored, Mom. It's him." Arya's whisper cut through the formal greeting like a fusion blade through hull plating. The child had gone rigid beside Lisa, her enhanced eyes unfocused, lips moving soundlessly. Lisa knelt beside her daughter. Arya, what's wrong?" But the girl's hand shot out, pointing directly at Corey when she spoke. Her voice held harmonics that no human throat should produce, the sound of quantum states collapsing, of probability waves crystallizing into certainty. 13.7 billion years compressed into singular consciousness, born twice, once from flesh, once from void. The bridge stands before the throne. The words from the Kasimov prophecy. Exact, perfect, impossible. Lisa's blood turned to ice. Corey had gone pale, backing against the bulkhead. I don't understand. What is she security to Bay 7? Lisa's neural implant flared with the command, even as she pulled Arya close. But the child continued speaking. Streams of data pouring from her mouth, coordinates, quantum signatures, temporal equations that scrolled across every screen in the bay. And then Arya's eyes focused, locked onto Corey with terrible clarity. "You died," she said in her normal voice, small and frightened. "In the Detroit collapse, everyone said you died." The bay had gone silent, except for the hum of life support. Corey's hands were shaking. "I did die," he whispered, "for 47 seconds. Clinical death. They brought me back, but..." He touched his temple, where Lisa now noticed a faint scar. "Something followed me back, or maybe something that was always there finally woke up. I dream in mathematics now. I see the connections between the colonious quantum entangled particles in every human who left Earth, linking us across light years." Lisa stood slowly, understanding crystallizing like ice in zero gravity. The Kasimov prophecy hadn't been mysticism. It had been prediction based on quantum probability. The physicist had seen this moment, this convergence, written in the fundamental equations of the universe. "You can feel them," Lisa said. "All of them." Every colonist across every world. Corey nodded, tears streaming down his face. 7 billion minds, scattered across 32 systems. And they're dying, Your Majesty. The isolation, the distance. Humanity wasn't meant to be this fragmented. I can feel the colonies failing, one by one, losing hope. And you think you can fix it? I know I can. His voice strengthened. The quantum entanglement, it can be amplified, shared. We can create a communications network that operates instantaneously across any distance. But it requires ... double quotes, he faltered. Requires what? A template, a mind strong enough to serve as the bridge, to hold all those connections without fragmenting. His eyes met hers, with devastating honesty. It requires someone willing to become something more than human. Arya squeezed her mother's hand. The prophecy says he needs the Queen's permission. That's why he came here first. The choice has to be yours. Lisa looked at her daughter, this strange, brilliant child who could see futures written in quantum foam. Then, at Corey, this broken young man offering to save humanity by sacrificing his individual consciousness. The weight of 7 billion lives across the stars pressed down on her shoulders. How long? She asked. To set up the network. 6 months. To maintain it. Corey's smile was sad. Forever. Outside the viewing window, Kepler 4 to be continued its rotation. Beautiful and isolated and alone. Like all the colonies. Like all of humanity's scattered children. Crying in the dark. Lisa straightened her spine, and her robes shifted to deep blue, the color of decision. Then we begin tomorrow, she said, and may history forgive us both.